Alright, here's part 4 of this series. Just end my turn, let everyone else do theirs. And there's the Roman Senate army not doing much of anything. That was stupid of Carthage to do, take out their defenders behind the wall and probably tried to attack, saw the size of the army and retreated. That's another thing I don't like about these Rome Total Wars. Instead of going straight, they automatically change your route of march to go around the units. But sometimes if you're not paying attention, you lose 2-3 turns just having an army walk over the mountains, through the hills and stuff like that, just to avoid a clash with a much smaller force. They still don't have that correct. I mean, even in Empire Total War, if there's just a unit or two, your whole army of 15 or 30 units get to automatically march around to avoid a clash. It's not like you're going to lose the clash or anything like that. It's just their programming, I guess. There's another rebel fleet off the coast of Sicily. You can tell by the banner, like you see the dark blue line below that and the dark gray line. That normally indicates the size or strength of the force, and that's how you would normally know if to attack or not. But sometimes the army, depending on the level of difficulty you put the game at, sometimes the army of the computer is just a bunch of peasants and a few archers. So even though the banner looks full and big, it's mainly of undisciplined units. Nice thing about the Rome Total War is, though, it shows like your country's feel towards certain citizens, or not citizens, but civilizations and stuff like that. It shows the Senate ranking of you and other families, and how the people view you and other families. There's the Senate mission. That's what they all do in the Total War series. You have missions to complete. There's the way Rome sees the Gauls. This was very helpful, though. I mean, it indicates like what family is responsible towards that particular civilization, and like how they view Carthage, and hints of how to play around it. They didn't do that in the newer Total War series, which is missed. This doesn't really mean, it just compares power by doing some mathematical formula, which really doesn't calculate very efficiently. I mean, even though Egypt far surpasses this family's power and stuff like that, the technology and the different types of units don't even come close to the Roman legions and all. Oh, and this is what's also missed by, like, if you play medieval Total War, whatever heir is next in line, you can't change. So if you know you have a very crummy family member about to become the next heir or the leader of your faction, the only way to get rid of him is to, like, partake in a battle that you know there's no chance of him living through. I mean, you basically send him out on a suicide mission. This one, you don't have to do that. You just say, hey, I'm going to appoint a different heir. And even in Empire Total War, you don't get to pick your new heir. You get either elections or it's automatically chosen, which stinks. Yeah, I mean, next Total War series, I'd like to see where you can dictate who's next in line and all that, because like heirs get special kind of benefits on management and skills like that, the faction leader gets like an extra rank or two just because he's the faction leader. So if you have a real strong character in your family tree or your faction, you can make him even stronger yet by giving him the title. Oh yeah, I definitely have this one won. And I'm going to check out the stats. That's an easy victory. Yeah, going to have to do that. When it's a yellow face, it's best just to pick the middle one because you don't need to put him to the sword. That would cut down the population by a lot, and public order isn't all that bad to begin with. Let's see what they're made of. You know what? I think I will fight this one. Yeah, let's see how it does. Oh, I forgot I'm not recording sound. Like at the beginning of each battle, the captain or general gives the speech, which is a pretty nice speech. I mean, sometimes it dictates on how you should fight, or how each family views the other civilizations. So it's a real helpful tool, the speeches. Next time I do a battle, I'll record with sound. Oh, and like while it's loading, you get like a famous saying from that time period. Like here's the speech right now, but there's no sound, of course. And he whips the troops up into a big frenzy. Yeah, the cinematic view of before each battle is real helpful. And you could wait to change weather and stuff like that, but I was just numerically going to win this one easily. I like to start by moving the characters back from the front line so I can put the archers up forward so I don't have to march them around all the time. I start with them ahead. Going to take away the withdrawal, stand and fight. Which was annoying back then. I mean, you throw your missiles, you run back, you throw your missiles, you run back. I mean, the other side's going to be doing the same thing, and it's annoying after a while. That you should just stand there, throw their missiles, run out of missiles, and then start the clash hand to hand. Gonna grouping them is the best way, so you don't have to give individual orders. You can just say, hey, this whole line march forward, this whole line march that way. Grouping it makes it a whole lot easier. And when you have mercenaries, the best thing is to use them as front line, because I mean you could always hire new mercenaries, and depending how far you are from your home cities and stuff like that, you can't normally readily get your recruitable units there. The viewing of this stuff's pretty nice. I mean, I don't like what they've done now. I mean, they've done the graphics so bad, or so much detail, it makes the gameplay ridiculously slow. Even with new computers and all that stuff, I mean, the graphic and detail is real good. It just gets to the point where just too much is going on. Waves. Well, it looks like next video I load will have the rest of this battle, but back then you had the missiles and archers and slings and all that go to the front. They do their damage. You set up your line, and then the two get hand to hand, and both sides either try to flood the center or try to flank them and go around them. So I mean, the strategy is very basic here. Either try to outnumber them or try to flank them. Alright, well, next video I'll finish it.